Do you want to know the best custom tactics on FIFA 23 right now? Well, then this video is for you. So before we talk about the top G custom tactics, we have to learn how to use them like a top G, and this is what we are going to do exactly right now. I want you to pay close attention, right guys? So over here we have lost the ball in the attacking third. All four of our attackers are gone up. As you know by the title, we are talking about a 4-4-2 second variation, right? So both of my strikers, LM and RM, are out of the play. Now I want you to pay attention on the radar, right? You can see on the radar, our CDMs, they are sitting deep. They are standing in front of our four-man defense. This is why I prefer the 4-4-2 holding variation right now opposed to the 4-4-2 flat, right? And our opponent strikers, as you can see in the red line, are standing up. He probably has them on comeback on defense like most people, or on striker dropback, right? So what this allows us to do is simple, right? It will allow us to apply direct pressure on his strikers, and we will negate his strikers with our CDMs. We will nullify his option into the strikers, right? As you can see, while we run back with Yaya Toure, because we were sitting deep, we can also press his strikers with our CDMs. This is why this formation is so good in defense, right? So with your CDMs, you should always try to nullify the pass into the strikers. If you can do that, the opponent is out of the game anyways, right? Once again, you can see our back four is somewhat in a straight line, and with Yaya Toure and Bruno Guimaraes, we are able to apply pressure on his two strikers, guys. So if you are able to nullify the opponent's striker with your CDMs, then you have already won 30% of the game. His wing backs or his wingers will be nullified by our LM, RM, who is going to be come back on defense, and our LB and RB, right? This is why the 4-4-2 holding is so good in defense, right? Afterwards, you can see once again, the moment he gets the ball, we are able to apply pressure on his striker. Why? Because we are using CDMs, and CDMs are sitting deep compared to the CMs, right? So this is what you have to do. In order to apply manual pressure, the 4-4-2 second variation right now is so good, right? If we talk about attack, guys, this formation allows us to play to the meta. You have to abuse the meta if you want to win, right? It's all about winning. Like you can see, guys, this formation plays like a 4-2-3-1 because of how we have set it up. Only when we are building up. As you can see in the yellow, Ribery, he is our second striker. He has dropped in between and he's acting like a cam. And our two CDMs, since they are sitting deep, they are able to lay the ball into him, right? Double pivot CDMs, this is why they are so good. So we will lay the ball in, and we will look for the through pass to our striker. This is all about our instructions, right? So guys, we are going to lay the ball back to our CDMs into our strikers and exploit the space. This is what exactly we end up doing, and now we have created an ideal opening for ourselves. Once again, now Ribery, who was before acting like a cam, he has transformed himself into a striker, and both of our strikers are making runs in behind, and they are offering passing options. Now what will this allow us to do is simple, right? I always tell people FIFA is a game of chess, and this is what we are going to do. Our opponent is going to think we are going to make an extra pass, but instead we'll do an extra dribble and end up scoring an easy goal, right? So, once again, extra passes are overpowered, and this is what this formation is allowing us to do. Again, you can see we have told our Ribery to run, and first time passes are overpowered, and we will make a first time pass and exploit the space. 4-4-2 second variation, if you want to play it like a top G, you have to make sure you are pressing the opponent striker with your CDMs and making sure you're not totally overcommitting them. They are positioned correctly always, and they help you avoid the counter attack. In attack, you have to make sure you're following my instructions and custom tactics that I'm about to show you, right? So your strikers will act properly. One will act like a cam, the other will make runs in behind. You have to always look for these over the top through balls and go down the line to cut the ball back. 4-4-2 second variation provides stability and possession only if you follow these following custom tactics. So guys, now for the custom tactic pass that you have been waiting for since so long. We are going to be, of course, using the 4-4-2 flat like mentioned, guys. Our instructions are very important in this formation, right? Our left striker, the more neutral striker, would be come back on defense balanced, right? Now, a striker like Mbappe would be stay central, stay forward, get in behind. Why? Because we want him to always be on the last man. He stays central, so he doesn't drift wide too much. He's remaining in that center position. Stay forward, get in behind, because like we discussed in our attacking meta, that the over the top through balls are still very overpowered. So this Mbappe, he would always be on get in behind. Our RM would be come back on defense, get in behind. Our LM would be the same, right? Both of our CDMs would be cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking, cover center, right? You want them to be staying back to avoid those counter attacks. Counter attacking is very overpowered. High tempo attacking is very overpowered, as of right now on FIFA 23. Therefore, we need these two guys to always be cutting passing lanes and staying back in front of our back four, right? Our LB is going to be stay back while attacking overlap. Our RB is going to be stay back while attacking overlap, because you see we use our RB and LB a lot in defense. Both of them are stay back while attacking overlap because we use our RB and LB a lot going forward. So again, we want them to overlap when we do ask them to run up, right? Our tactics, guys, defensive style is going to be balanced. Width is going to be 45, pretty neutral width, right? We don't want our team to be spread out wide too much by putting it something like 55, or putting it too narrow like 35. Some people are using too narrow like 35 on the 442, and that could work, and I have tried it, to be very honest with you guys, but I believe 45 is the best. Depth, now 58 depth is very good. I've tried 60, 62. You might ask, okay, what's the point, right? You just put it to 60. I feel 58 is the sweet spot. It is very balanced. The team doesn't push up too much and it doesn't sit back too much, right? It's pretty neutral. So guys, build up play, balanced. Why? Because this is very neutral, and in this formation we want to be neutral, right? We have 4 attackers, we have 2 CDMs, so it's a 4-4-2 second variation, pretty neutral formation in itself. I have tried direct passing, I've even tried forward runs, which many people are using right now. Long ball I have tried, fast build up I have tried, but for the 4-4-2, guys, balanced is the best, believe me, because this will allow you to hold the ball. This will give you more control over your players. Like I said, manual runs are so overpowered, and if we want to trigger those manual runs, balance is very well. In direct passing, sometimes the gap between your CDMs and your attacker is too much. If it's a 4-4-2, maybe I would go with the direct passing tactic, but since it's a 4-4-2 second variation, I would go with balanced, right guys? Width is going to be 48. Once again, I have tried 60 was very good, but I feel if you put it 60, LM and RM are just too wide. Therefore 48 is the best of both worlds, right? Players in the box 5, again, best of both worlds, guys. Corners, 2, free kicks at 1. These are our 4-4-2 second variation custom tactics, and they will only work well if you learn the attacking meta. So click here.